The championship bracket here at the MLG.TV Columbus Open continues. Game number 5, Advanced Warfare played for the first time by Faze and SB on land. And this game will decide which one of these teams is guaranteed top 6.
Yeah, Chris, I wound up predicting that this would go to a game 5. I said Faze would have it 6-1. SB, though, showed up in that first S&D, taking that one. We're going to be hopping right into game here. Recovery, search and destroy. I'm expecting to see a lot of snipers from this Faze lineup. Honestly, I don't know who's going to win this. I predicted Faze, but at this point, Strictly Business has surprised me through this whole entire tournament.
I haven't seen SB lose an S&D, or I haven't cast them losing an S&D. We'll see if they can stay with that perfect record here on the main stage. Fizzer, he's been so consistent in this game mode. We saw his teammate really stepping up with him last game. Twiz as well in their previous series, but man, Sin has really been one of the key players that I did not expect to be talking as much as I am about this weekend.
No, he really has just stepped up for this squad. All 4 players pulling their own weight. Sin had some absolutely clutch plays earlier on in the series, but it's going to all come down to this game and this game only, Chris, as this will decide the winner of the series. Let's hop on board with someone from the offense. We're looking at Twiz right here, shooting out some nades here early on.
I was just switching through to see what's going on with the Exos. It looks like everyone on defense going with Overclock here on the attack. We got some Exo mute Overclock in the hands of Sin. You see him patiently waiting up top. Fizzer, he's pushed middle with his mute burning out. Twiz trying to get in position to get this bomb down. And as we turn on our COD vision, you're going to see the location of the enemies. It looks like A may be open, but you got to be careful with Aches threatening from the back.
Yeah, as you see there, first blood going to the Strictly Business squad. Now Sensor, the only person on Faze not using a sniper as a secondary here, Chris, in round number 1. Here's the aggression here from Twiz with the bomb. Surprised to see him pushing up so far. Able to take out Aches. Can he win the second gunfight here? No, he cannot. Backing off here, 1v2 with the bomb here in the back of the map. Able to pick one up. Can he make the second fight? Oh my gosh, if he made that happen, that would have been absolutely electric. But there we see Faze taking round number 1.
Twiz frustrated with the squad at the end of that round. Slasher in your round ending kill cam, just able to track him down. Twiz with some nice movement, did pick up 2 kills in that first round, but Slasher opening up 3-0. Fantastic start on defense. Let's see what he could do on the attack.
Yeah, Faze, what I like to see there was they were confident there with their strategies they used in the 5K and 10K. 3 players using snipers. Didn't get to use them much that round, but I expect to see much work done here in the future. Fiz taking out Apathy right off spawn, showing his S&D prowess right there.
Poor Apathy, man. He just cannot get it going here in S&D. Bomb being planted by Sensor. Mute done. Fizzer getting the angle. Look for him to immediately respond. There it is. Fizzer chases him down. That leaves Aches 1 on for the whole squad. Wow. And he is just going to 360 spin as we will see John in our round ending kill cam.
Yeah, if I'm a fan of Strictly Business, that's the round I want to see them coming out here hot. In round number 2, a quick 4-0 sweep with the bomb getting defused. All tied up here going into round number 3.
1-1. Switching it up, let's go at it again. Twiz commanding the troops. They got a plan here. Let's see what they're up to, as he will be our bomb carrier most likely. Got that mute, double nades. And once again, Twiz carrying your bomb. First grenade goes through the middle. Second grenade goes through the right for any snipers who may be trying to set up.
Yeah, they know how many snipers this Faze team likes to use.
Fizzer
yet again. 2 straight rounds where first blood is done with a grenade. That is just because of how much he loves playing Search and Destroy. He did it all the time in Ghosts and in previous COD installments, now doing it yet again here in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, when I say the word Search and Destroy or hear the word, I really just think about Fizzer, Killa, and Nade Shot. Those are the 3 names that come to mind. And right now, Aches trying to battle against them. It looks like Sid is going to be the last one up after that kill. Apathy still alive for Faze as well in the 2v1.
Yeah, Sin here now 1-on-2. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays this. Going to be heading towards this middle map area. Needs to go pick up the bomb for his team. Darting out here towards this street. Able to grab the bomb. One player here picks up 1 on Aches. Jumping up top. Can he spin and pick up the kill?
Apathy trying to chase, and it's Apathy getting
Apathy picks it up, but even there, Apathy typically when he's on point would easily just clean up that kill. Some shaky shots there, almost got, I think, 720 turned on. If that happened, the crowd would have completely erupted. As you can see here, his first kill of the match.
That's actually really good control.
Yeah, that's
for the up close with Sin jumping around right in front of him. He played that perfectly, didn't give Sin the angle, was able to clean it up. So 2-1. Faze with control in this one. The first time that we haven't seen SB really take the lead at the start of an S&D game. Fizzerp on our screen, going back to the bow. Early nade goes out this time, no connection. Sensor with your bomb going right back to A.
This Faze fast plant is something that they've been doing on this map as well as on Riot. Here they're getting the bomb down right away. 4 on 4. It's going to all come up to who's going to get first blood here. John, smart decision there to shoot through the bomb. You're going to see Aches here rocking this sniper. Can he find this player up top?
Ooh.
Backs off knowing his life is so valuable right now. Taken out by Sin though while pre-aiming. Great shots from Sin. He has really impressed me in this tournament.
2 on 4. And there is another kill for Strictly Business. Apathy, last man standing, will be executed by Fizzerp, and Fizz is going to go for the defuse. It looks like maybe they'll give that one to Twiz. 2-2, all tied up after 4. Back and forth. This has been one fantastic slugfest.
I feel like every series that's been casted on this Alpha stream has been absolutely immaculate so far here today. As you can see, 2-2 right now. Man, it would be an absolute treat to go to another overtime Game 5, round 11.
I see it coming.
There you go. That's what it's all about now. We're going to hop on board here with Twiz. Now jumping over to John. He's 3-3 right now. Going to be sprinting down here with not using his overclock yet. Double stuns here too. Almost gets hit by a nade there, but able to dodge it at the last second.
Nades coming in. No connections for either team. Bank nade off the wall, but no hit markers. So that's going to give a little confidence to this SB team who wants to push up. The flank being watched by Sin. The other 3 all over here at A. John getting the call from Fizz. Rotate, rotate. Look for them to try and move back towards B. On Faze side of things, we have Sensor going for the peek shot between the trucks. He's got Aches working to push people back into his crosshairs.
Yeah, right now this Faze squad trying to figure out exactly where the SB team is. They know they're on this far right street, but now we're seeing the bomb begin to rotate back through their spawn. No one has died quite yet. Only 35 seconds remaining. You're going to see some kills chain here. Nice trade there from Apathy. Able to pick off Sin after Sin took down Sensor. Now a 3v3.
Bomb taking fire. Twiz trying to stay alive. Look for Aches to pop out, and there we go. Twiz gets the call out from Fizz, and now one-on-one. John versus Slasher. Slasher in the back. John pushing him, and Slasher with the jump shots.
Fantastic accuracy there, jumping up, showing why he is definitely one of the top players here in AW, and a fantastic pickup for this Faze team. He has been on top of the leaderboard, Chris, throughout all these games. Now 5-3 on a 2-kill streak.
Yeah, the California native, such a great pickup for this Faze lineup, and he shows you there why he was grabbed by this organization. He just has such incredible reaction time. I want to see Slasher. What is he going with here on the attack? It looks like the bow class will be his choice, and he's going to go fast hands up to the top with these double nades.
Yeah, using that overclock to get up there right away. Now an aggressive player here coming from the SB lineup, going to be right next to him. That will be Sin, able to take him out there. Great play by Slasher drawing first blood. Sensor sitting at 1-5 here with the bomb. Now we're going to take a look here at Apathy. Apathy starting to hold his own here in S&D. Will he be able to pick up this kill? No, Sensor able to tag it 2v4 in favor of Faze.
Yeah, Apathy there to support Sensor, though, just too fast. And now Twiz in a bad spot. John, last man standing after that death. 4 people up, make it 3 after the kill on Apathy. He's got his work cut out for him. Just 20 seconds left in this round.
He's completely trapped down here. This is an automatic round win for Faze.
Yeah, bomb planted. Yeah. This is going to be impossible for John. Faze picking up steam after the Slasher 1v1. It's a team effort there in round 6. 2-4 in favor of Faze.
Yeah, this is exactly what you needed out of this Faze lineup, getting 2 straight rounds there. Now they're starting to build their confidence. You can see each player contributing on both sides, unlike what we saw there in Riot S&D earlier on in the series. Now we're going to be hopping back on board with offense. That's going to be SB. This is a crucial round, Chris.
Looking through. Aches going to try and get the early pick. We've seen nothing but A-plants so far in this game. Twiz wisely dodging it. Let's go over to our bomb carrier once again.
Twiz here now on his back spawn trucks. You can see how passive he's playing this one, making sure he's not going to be flanked here. Both teams just letting the other team try and make the first decision. No one wants to get picked here. Trust me, Fizzerp knows how important this round is. You do not want to go down 5-2.
John just watching the flank. Fizzerp watching the left side. Twiz trying to figure out a way to get over to A. Sin, meanwhile, is going to be the key player, in my opinion. He's got to keep this team from getting picked off from up top. And Twiz, shots going down. We're going to see 4-on-4. No players dropped yet, and Twiz will get this bomb down.
There you have it, guys. 45 seconds left for Faze to come defuse this. First blood is going to go to SB as they're able to take out Slasher. No, as Sin gets taken out 2v2 here.
Great
John
flank from
takes out
John.
Sensor.
And now Aches, last man standing, 1-on-2. Spots
Whoa.
John, shots into him. John surviving. Aches feels the pressure from the left, and it was just too many as he is going to be taken down. SB still fighting 4-3.
Yeah, very passive play there by Twiz, knowing let him push, don't push out and reveal yourself there. Easily picks up that kill. Good use of the double jump there. Big dogfight win. Now it is 4-3. SB did exactly what they had to do there on that offense. Now let's see if they can clutch up on D.
One round separate these two squads. The winner guaranteed top 6 in our tournament and a piece of the $25,000 prize pool. We're jumping on board with Sensor, the bomb carrier, 4-6 so far, has 3 plants already, and this should be his 4th successful plant at A. Twiz trying to get an angle. You see him working there with Fizzer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've done this almost every single offense round from this Faze team. Sensor goes Quicks plants. Now 4-on-4 yet again. Time is ticking for this SB squad, and they're not yet moving, which I find quite surprising. As you can see here, Twiz on your screen playing so passively. Only 30 seconds remain, and all 4 players are still up on each team. Trying
to get an angle. There's the first pick. Apathy and Fizzer dropped right around the same time. There is John with a second. 2-on-2. Slasher and Aches still left up for Faze. Here, Slasher versus John, and it's Slasher once again. Twiz answering back 1-on-1. Aches versus Twiz.
Yeah, Aches just has to play time here, knowing that he has to go for the defuse. Great play by Aches, not going to have enough time to defuse. Faze is going to go up 5-3. That veteran experience there showing from Aches, knowing he just has to back off for a couple seconds. If that player is going to go for the defuse, he can easily pop out and kill him. Faze now 1 round away from moving into the top 6, Chris. This series could not be any closer.
The good news for SB, they get to attack once again.
Yeah, they've been showing extreme dominance here on the offensive side of things. Now we're going to be hopping on board with one of these players. We're going to follow John here, who right now is leading his team at 9-6. He's going to need to go huge this round. Going to chuck out some stuns here. Actually gets hit by one. That's going to show Faze exactly where this opposing team is moving. Sin loves playing aggressive up in that corner there. Hasn't seen too much success as he is only 6-6, but Chris, 4 players still up.
Yeah, and normally Sin is the guy who watches the flank. That just tells you exactly what SB wants to do. They want to get in Faze's face and push them back. It's not working, though. 3 down already. Slasher and Aches left alive versus John.
Yeah, if there's 2 players you want up right now, it is Slasher and Aches. You can see they have a great pinch on him in this middle alley. Aches definitely just called him out. Slasher really push up and try to protect Aches here. He is right behind him.
From the back, there we go. Faze is going to take it.
6-3,
Faze moves on to winner's bracket round 2. Strictly business. They're not out, but they'll be clawing their way through the loser's bracket if they want a piece of that top 8. Give it up one more time, guys. Faze clutching it after being down big in this match. They battled back so hard in that uplink and then SND.
Yeah, fantastic play there from Faze, clutching up there. It was 2-2. They wind up winning 4 out of the last 5 rounds, winning that series. And very good play from both teams. I honestly got to say, strictly business definitely turned some heads there, being able to go all the way to map number 5 there with Faze. But in the end, Faze moving on.
What a series, guys. Another game 5. Another big win here on the main stage. We got one more match, but before we get to that, we got to send it over to Mr. X and Rambo for their thoughts on this series.
Wow, Ray, another Game 5 series. This was coming down to the wire between Faze and SB. Just awesome games all day long. Let's start at the beginning and just recap the entire series. So you're just tuning in. Obviously, you just saw Faze win. Let's talk about how. The first game was the Detroit Hardpoint. I think the play that we both want to, show on the Telestreet or on this one is the play that Sensor made over here in the mid-street. So walk us through this, Ray.
So pretty much the first hardpoint, the hardpoint we're talking about is the hospital hardpoint, which is on your map right now. And Sensor was pushing to break through the backside to try and cut off the spawn, right? Because they were rotating from garage shell to the back. And then Sensor made a really smart play here, getting into this back little area behind this little cover piece. And he actually stayed alive for a good period of time, which allowed his teammate to push through the front while they broke in. And they broke in kind of like the non-conventional way. They were not broken spawns, they were just broken through the hardpoint, sheer pressure. And then they just were able to out-trade them because Sensor was keeping the players to kind of rotate back into the hardpoint.
Yeah, and I know you had about, I think Fizzerp was in here, and he actually got a 2-piece, but they just put too much pressure on this tractor area, and the players on SB spawned further out. So that's how FaZe ended up taking that first map against Strictly Business.
And outslaying as well. Like, obviously is a big factor. I mean, we talked about it. We can't express that enough. Like, if you're outslaying a team at 25 on hardpoint, most of the time you're going to win.
So second map went to Riot, Search and Destroy. I mean, that we saw great starts out of Sensor and Aix. I mean, just completely dominating. Not enough. I think the player for me there was, the play of the game actually was Fizzerp in that last round. I think, he was able to jump up on that roof and kill Sensor while he was planning on A-bomb.
I mean, he also saw Sin, who had a few clutches at the start of the game, too, getting some really clutch rounds. And all around, it's really just the phase of the team didn't come together. They had a few players that are having a rough time as well, and that's never easy in Search and Destroy. You have, like you said, Sensor and Aix were doing really good, but then players kind of not holding up their own. So it's really, and SB played good as a team, and that's what won them the game eventually.
Yeah, and then game 3, obviously, we go to Retreat, CTF, and I think for both of us, the play of the entire series, even though they didn't win, was, Sin's flag cap, and then he pretty much stopped the counter. We both agree, if he doesn't kill both of those players after he caps that,
or at least one.
Or at least one, right. They're going back down the other way, down poolside, and they're getting a counter cap.
The 2 was the bonus. Like,
the 2,
Sin kind of snuck in, got a really clutch kill to get the flag pulled out, and then they were on the bad side. They got 2 flags on the bad side, which was really, the start was like, you're down 1-0 going to the bad side, you're not in a good spot.
Well, I know.
And they made it out of that, and then he, like you said, he got the 2-piece after getting the cap, which was really the impressive play, because they knew exactly where he was. He just turned around, got a quick 2-piece, which stopped the counter, and then eventually got him to win.
Yeah, because I know after that first side, I think FaZe started on the bad side, and they had 1 cap, and they didn't give up anything. We were pretty much thinking that was going to be a map that was going to go towards them. And then we go to Uplink, and Fizzerp with a pretty nice pass to start the game off and a score for SB, but I think that's really the highlight for them. FaZe really turned it up. You saw his Sensor. I mean, he played phenomenal the entire series.
He played really good in the entire series, but really the point here is, like, we saw this really start cool play where, like, there was 3 passes involved to get it to the point. But it's really the fact that they kind of overcommitted their players to get that capture, and then FaZe came right back with a counter, because the big thing about Uplink is really the fact that if you're playing too much offense and you're not playing the play ball area, the middle of the map, it makes it really hard for that place or that space to be used. So it's really the point where, I mean, SB played really strong, really good passes, some really interesting plays we haven't seen yet, but as well, FaZe just had the more methodical play and the win the match.
Yeah, and then going into that game 5, that recovery, search and destroy. I mean, I want to bring it up on the telestrator. We saw every team pretty much primarily go towards this A-bomb site over here. Really didn't see too many interesting strategies. We were kind of trying to sit here and figure some things out. You got any ideas? Easy way to break that?
I think the main thing is both teams are really scared to stop the planner. We saw Sensor pretty much uncontestably plan 4 or 5 bombs throughout the game, and it's kind of the same thing for SB. SB was doing it a bit slower. Sensor was kind of like just rushing it with Trophy and stopping all the grenades they were tossing. So we didn't really see much aggressiveness on the defensive side, which really, like, if you were doing something that works and the other team's not really doing anything to counter it, then, like I said, we're still a month, like we said earlier, we're still in a month into the game, so it's still your comfort zone.
Right, and I think, the 2 players you really have to look out for when you want to push that bomb site, I think, the player that sits up here on this building, and then I think the player that sits back here usually and snipes in the back. I think those are the 2 players you really want to focus, whether you're going to, throw nades at this guy in the back, or you want to smoke this out and try and push that guy all the way in the back. I think we saw SB try that one round where they got all the way to those back trailers, just couldn't really rotate and get to B.
It's just very difficult to get the trades once you're back there as well. Like, if you're not getting that first kill, you're trading down and you're on offense, so it's very difficult to actually get back to the side and defend it at the end. And that's what we saw. Like, the very last round, we saw John, like, his team made a really aggressive push in the street. They traded kills, but they lost the first fight. So eventually they just were down 2v1, and John was the last one alive trying to clutch it for them.
And, I think the players for me in the series are kind of like the 2, new players, really. The veteran players all played pretty well, from what we expected. And then I think, Sin for SB played phenomenal series. Then I think Slasher, once that CTF, I think he was 33 and 21, had some other good games in there, but that search and destroy at the end, he clutched a few 1v1s, had 3 kills the first round. He just went big as well.
For sure. And we can't forget, I mean, Doug as well. Like, Doug slayed like crazy that game. And as much as people give him slack for slaying, like, he completely proved them wrong there. And on top of keeping the objective work going, for S&D, getting every plan, like, you can't give enough credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, that first game, Doug finished 41-27 with 13 caps.
I mean, that's a winner right there.
It's pretty good. So we're going to throw it to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to have Optic Gaming against Justice.